Hi guys, so this is basically just a quick video showing you the basics of Chaser and how that it can help save you a lot of time in the week when chasing clients, and basically helping use automation to utilize and be proactive with your credit control. So here is our demo company. So this is basically what you'll see every time you log into Chaser. So, for example, if you was in the middle of a couple of chases, this would be full up. So, upcoming chase, that will show your next chase here. And this will be how many invoices are being chased. And if you click into that, it will bring up the invoices that are in the next chase. The last scheduled chase, so that will show obviously everything that was chased. Here it will say how many have been paid, how many have opened their email or not opened it, and it will also have a list of any emails that have bounced, and you'll be able to click into all of those. This recent events bit basically has any responses that you're getting back, anything that has changed, any notes that have been added. It's pretty much your notifications on Chaser, and you'll be able to see all that here. So if we go into invoices, just a quick overview. Obviously, a lot of emails are missing here because nothing's going to get sent out. But here is all of your invoices. Here we'll show any that are not chasing. So, for example, if these two, say Bramley Moore, want one of them's in dispute, but you still want to chase the other one, you can just stop chasing for one of them, and that will appear here. But it'll still mean that the email reminders for this one chase will still be sent out. For example, if this one was paid in 0, this would come up in the paid column. So you can see pretty much everything here, and it always stays up to date with 0. If you would like to sync again, just click sync now. But yeah, so that is great for if anything's in dispute. You can also view customers like this, so any that you're chasing. For example, if you've got a really bad customer and you always chase those manually and you don't feel comfortable putting them into automation, again, that's absolutely fine, and you can stop chasing for specific customers. Just great for the really awkward customers that you maybe want to just chase yourself. So you just click stop chasing, and that will appear in the not chasing. So just quick overview of the report that's in here. Not a lot of information in here at the moment because nothing has been sent out. But if I open this up, so by clicking this little tab here, it will show all of the invoices for each one that are overdue. What is great about this report, for example, if say this invoice that you're chasing here, if you click into it, it's here, click into that specific invoice number. I can add notes here saying they're going to pay on such a day. A good part about this one, I'm not sure, I can add people in it. So for example, if I was like, Will, can you chase this? I'd add that in. I can also set a reminder for him on a certain date at a certain time, and he'll get a notification within the app for this and get sent an email. Great for adding notes. What you can also do is add notes within the contact. Same thing here, mention people in, add reminders. You can get that done. On top of that, in a particular invoice, you can add expected payment dates, just so basically everything is all in one place. So for example, if I thought that this invoice was going to get paid next Friday, I'd get that saved. Expected payment date would save. This would also pull it through to 0. So 0 would show that date, which is great if you're looking at cash flow, but specifically within 0. And then if I go onto the report, this date would have come up here in expected. This is great. If I wanted to add any notes, I can add them specifically in reports. Any notes that I previously made will also appear here down the side. But that's just a great overview of all your clients. So that's basically it for invoice customers reports. Settings is where you're going to spend most of your time at the beginning trying to get stuck in. So your general settings, you can set default thresholds. So obviously if you click into this, if you click into it, it'll just explain thresholds for new customers. So after a certain amount of threshold, you'll get a notification to obviously say they've reached their limit. Chasing criteria, so don't chase below £1, stuff like that, stuff that you probably already have set up in 0 that you can bring straight through to Chaser. Company logo, Obviously our demo company one's in here. If we wanted to preview a statement that was going to be sent, we can do that here at the bottom. The next thing you're going to look at templates. With Chaser, you do get a couple already given to you, which are great to start off with. And the more you get used to Chaser, the more you become knowledgeable of your clients' responses. You can make more of these and expand and have a bit more aggressive chasing, a bit more lenient chasing, depending on how well your client responds to it. But obviously, you're going to want to make sure that these emails sound like they would be coming from you. So, for example, if I wanted this early overdue one to come from me, I don't put "I hope you're well." I put "hope you're well." I put that at all the beginning of my emails. Obviously, I want it to make sure that it sounds like me. I don't end with "best regards." I end with "thanks" for pretty much everyone. But if I am chasing a more difficult debtor, maybe further down the line, maybe on a late overdue, I'd put "kind regards." Just so you've got that difference in how you'd really type. Bit of an overview of this. If you click preview at the bottom, it'll bring up what your amount would look like. So everything looks just like a normal email that's going to be sent out from your account. A great thing about Chaser, what it also does, is we've got overdue multiple, which is great. So when your invoices are being sent, you don't want 5 or 6 different invoices, for example, that are due from one debtor and they're getting 5 or 6 different emails. You don't want them to look like that. You want everything to be joined as one, because you'd email it as one if you were sending it manually. So a great thing about Chaser is it groups everything up. So you've got the table format. You can also have it in a list, but any invoices that are overdue will all get grouped together, which is a great feature because you're never going to send 5 or 6 different manual emails. So it's great that Chaser puts those all in one place. And another great thing that I also love about Chaser is the thanks for paying. So this comes in the normal and the multiple. But I'll show you the multiple why I'm here. This email, so once something has been reconciled and zero was paid, within 24 hours of that going out, they will receive this email. So if they paid multiple, if they paid just one, it'll just say it, but a thank you email just at the end. It's a little bit of something that we get a lot of responses from. Obviously, it's just a nice little touch at the end. You're not constantly just chasing for payment and then that's it. You're chasing for payments and then thanking them after they've done it. Nice little touch. Obviously, great that they do it in the multiple as well. So those templates are great. The schedule is how you work out these templates. So, for example, you can have normal senders, normal recipients, escalated recipients. So what this means is your normal sender is going to be the person who constantly does your credit control, so your account stat. This is where it's going to be coming from. Your escalated sender could perhaps be an MD or even just someone a little bit higher ranked in their opinion, so it makes them a bit more worried into paying, that they've escalated it to someone more senior in the accounts. The same goes for normal recipients and escalated. Your normal one could be sent to the payables clerk, and your escalated could be sent to the MD or someone a little bit senior on their end, and that can be changed within the customers. So that's a nice little touch on this. You can also create new schedules, copy of different schedules, so you can add these around. Maybe you just want normal senders to be sent out, and you can put this apply to different people. So if you did have a couple of different schedules, so one that's a bit more lenient, maybe they only get chased every 2 weeks rather than every week, etc. You can have different clients within that. And you can also, in this paid part, put whether you want the thanks for paying. But I do think that's a nice little touch. Obviously, it's a great touch when you're trying to reconcile. If you reconcile it to 2 and they come back and say, oh, we thought we paid for these other ones, it's getting rid of issues before they start. Timings. So this is a great part. You chase days. So for example, if you're doing your usual chases on a Thursday and you usually do your reconciliation in the morning. Say if you usually do it at 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock is great. What this will do is send out the Chaser emails in a random 15 minutes from 11 to quarter past. So not everything is being sent bang on 11 o'clock. So obviously that's another part that makes it look a lot less automated, looks a lot more realistic. You could be getting a Chaser email at 11:02, but everything will get sent out at that point. Also a bit at the bottom to tick whether you want to chase on public holidays, but a lot of the time you're not going to be working those, so you're not going to want them to get an email then. So if I bring up the emails, so you can add different senders and different users. You can also format your emails to make sure that they're the right font and right size of what your usual emails are. A great part of Chaser is that if you click this edit button here, you can add in your email signature. So the emails will be coming from your actual email address, as opposed to, for example, if you use Satago, that comes from Olivia at Satago. These come from your actual work emails. You can add your email signature at the bottom, so everything just looks like it would genuinely be coming from you. Obviously, here is where you add your normal and escalated senders. And yes, so if we move then on to users, this is who I've added into the account. You can use an email without adding them as a user. They just have to confirm. They'll get an email to confirm that. But if they do get added to the users, they're automatically pulled through onto the email. You can add as many users as you want, add as many senders as you want, and have as many schedules. Just everything that you can add to possibly make your debtors the best at paying you. But yeah, that's pretty much a run through of all the amazing features that Chaser's got. Makes everything all in one place, so you don't have to faff about going into different apps. You've got everything all in one place. You can see everything all at once. Yeah. So if you've got any questions on that or want any more information about Chaser, please do let me know.